Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here. I'm an independent knitwear designer who also likes to make videos here on my YouTube channel, Watch Barbara Knit. If you'd like to know more about my knitwear designs, please check in the description below and you will find a link to my Ravelry page where you can see all the patterns I have available for you to get and knit up for yourself. Also in the description below, you will find a link to my Facebook group. We'd love to have you come over and join in continuing the conversations that we start here on the YouTube channel. It is a closed group, but all you have to do is click a request to join and I will approve it. And really, that's as far as I can go. I've lost my train of thought because I'm making this video early. It's going to go up early because I don't know what to say. I talked about it in the first round and I figured that is the last I would talk about it. And here we are. And it is round 4 of the Mason-Dixon Knitting March Mayhem. It is a knitting riff on the March Madness basketball thing. And they started with 4 categories, 4 brackets with 16 patterns in each bracket. And in each voting round, they've been cut by half. So in the first round, you voted for 8. The second round, you voted for 4. No, I don't know. I don't know how many. All I know is that I made it through and there are only 2 patterns left in the bracket I'm in. Me and one other person who is amazing and it's a beautiful pattern, but I'm so excited that y'all have done this for me. I know it's in thanks huge part to y'all going and voting for my Spagato mitts. These are mitts I did last summer. They are in Zula Serenity, which is 100% cashmere, which I really just appreciate them choosing this because I got them back out of where I'd stored them and they're just so soft. They've just been sitting on my desk because I'm like, oh, they're so soft. They are 2 colors. They use less than 50 grams of each color. They're in fingering weight and they are not stranded. I designed them to look stranded, but they are actually slip stitch color work. I think I've done this a couple times, turning them inside out, but you can see that there are no floats. There's no carried yarn. The only place the yarn is carried is up the beginning of the round. You can see it right there. See that little barber pole? That is the beginning of the round. So I'm going to leave that one inside out for a second. If you would like to play with us, go over there in the description below. There will be a link to the Mason-Dixon knitting website and where you can go vote in this final round of the bracket. And if you like them, I would appreciate a vote for my mitts. And I honestly, I had hopes to make it through round 1. Was completely surprised to make it through to round 2. Making it down to the final 4, my flabber was gasted, and I don't even know what to say about being down to the final 2 in the bracket. It is more than I had even hoped for. So thank y'all who have voted for me so far. And if you want to continue to vote, please go do so right now. The last day of voting for this bracket, there are only 2 days of voting, the 2nd and 3rd, and this will go up on the evening of the 3rd. I don't normally post videos on Tuesday night, Wednesday mornings, but I wanted to get this up because, you know, it is a time sensitive kind of thing. So hop on over. But I didn't want to just make this about business. I wanted this video to have something that people might want to watch over and over and over again. So this is also my haul video from YarnFest. I just got back from the 2019 Interweave YarnFest in Loveland, Colorado, and had a wonderful, wonderful time. I really enjoyed meeting every single one of the students who attended one of my classes, and it was super fun meeting several of y'all who actually watch my videos. You know who you are. Hi. I don't want to call you out by name on the video, but how you doing? Thank you so much. And it was so fun chatting with you. I wanted to show y'all what I bought. So did you think I could get away from a thing like this without a new knitting bag? I mean, really? Do you know me at all? This one really spoke to me. Look at this. It has sloths. The sloths drew me in, but then look here. It's a lizard in a tiny, will it focus? He's got a tiny party hat on, guys. Y'all, it's crazy. Tiny party hat. I was like, tiny party hat lizard. And then I flipped it over and we had a fire-breathing lizard. And his name is Claude. Don't ask me why his name is Claude. I just looked at him and I go, it's Claude. So this is I'm going to have to go through and show you the inside in a minute because it's full of stuff that I'm going to show you. But the name of the thing is the Sassy Stitchery. And I will put a link to her Instagram and her Etsy, but she said that she tries to put things in her Etsy, but they go so fast, it's not in there. So if you're ever at an event where you see her work, grab it. So let's look what's inside. Did you hear the zipper? So let me pull that. Those are just little thingies in here. So here, look at this. This is from Cannon Hand Dyes. It is a wonderful indie dyer, and this is a bulky gradient. You rarely see these, and it is specifically enough yarn to make a hat. So I am going to be designing a hat in this. I'm going to have to do some swatching. This is Fyodor. Fydor. I was going to say I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but whatever. Fydor Bulky. It's 100% superwash merino, 106 yards in 100 grams. So it's not a whole lot, but it's just enough for a hat. But look how gorgeous it is. So excited. It's going to go over here in my tub. Well, I'll just set it here just in case I want to pick it up. Now, the next thing, y'all, I don't know why I bought this. It just, again, I buy things when they speak to me. Look at this. It's like, I really want to make a whoa sound effect. It is black with green sparkles in it. And it is a silk mohair polyester, nylon blend. 100 grams is 327 yards. I know 7, so it's probably going to knit up like a DK because it's going to be so fuzzy, maybe even a worsted. The color is black because that's the color it is. But the yarn name is Aurora. Let me put it there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Aurora, which I'm sure refers to the sparkles, and it is from Lisa Souza. This yarn, it is so soft, and it's got the fuzz, and it's got the sparkle, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do with it. It's not a whole lot of yardage, so I'm thinking maybe another cowlet, like Wrong Lever, one of the ones that goes in. It'll be smaller. Or I was thinking a straight scarf that was kind of narrow so it could wrap around either time. I'd love to hear what y'all think, which one you'd rather see, another cowlet or a straight scarf, or just a regular cowl. It's not enough yardage, I don't think, to make an actual shawl. But look at it. Look at it. It's so sparkly. I picked it up. I walked around and looked at all the other beautiful yarns, and I had my hands on multiple other, you got to go look. I will put a link to it. You got to go look at her yarns. They are absolutely beautiful. But I couldn't, this one, I couldn't resist it. It's so pretty. And it's soft too. Then I bought something which for me was completely ridiculous because I don't knit socks. I've told y'all before, I don't knit socks, but I bought a sock tool. Look at it. It was just too cool to pass up. It's just a cool tool. So it's a sock ruler. And the whole idea is you see here, you've got the number of inches, right? And it gets and it's got these little corners cut off. And what you do is as you're knitting your sock, you stick your ruler in your sock and it goes down, and because of its shape will go into your toe and it will tell you how far you've knitted, because in sock directions it frequently says knit until it's X length based on your foot length, and then you start your heel. And also, so it's shaped like this so it can go into the toe, but it can also go into the heel if you're doing a cuff down. And it's after you turn your heel how far you have to knit before you start your toe decreases. So it was just so cool. I couldn't stand it. And it's got the measurements for focus, for the tiny needles, because when you're knitting socks, what you need is tiny needles. And it's got a spot to measure your gauge. And then on the back, it's got a stretchy bind off and a Kitchener stitch. So if you're going toe up, you need your stretchy bind off. And if you're going cuff down, you need to Kitchener your toe together. And then you've got a plain old centimeter ruler and regular ruler. It's just the coolest tool. It might even make me knit socks. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath on that one though. Look at this. 0, tiniest needle ever. So I went and I had to get this ruler. I spoke to someone else who had the ruler. I'm like, must have a ruler. But then, so this is from the Sincere Sheep, who Sincere Sheep does, look at that. Can I do that? Hang on. I just gave you the hairy Bible. The Sincere Sheep does really amazing breed specific yarns. So it's not just, I don't even know if she has merino, but it's yarns made out of a single breed of sheep. So you get to know that actual, the different characteristics, because not all wools are alike. They're all very different and they behave differently and do different stuff. So I bought a couple skeins of her yarn, couldn't resist. And look. This is 2 skeins of, and you can see it's the terroir fiber series. And the whole concept of terroir, the whole France and grapes and like the dirt that something grows in affects it, where it is. So I'm guessing that's a reference to that. And this is, and okay, so here, the hand-dyed fibers and yarns using the finest natural dyes. So it's natural dyes and they're breed-specific sheeps. This is the Cormo fingering. It's 100% Cormo wool, and it says from the Geis Ranch in Campbell County, Wyoming. So it tells you exactly where it comes from. It's 4 ounces of fingering. It's 500 yards. So it's a lot of yardage. And look, I don't know why, I just loved this kind of almost seafoam color. I might have to write and find out exactly what natural dye, if I can find out what that is. But I couldn't leave well enough alone, so I got this natural color for it to go with. And I thought it would be really pretty together as sort of... it's like a play, the Delft pottery that's like that blue with the white work on it. I thought this would be an interesting, like modernized play on that color combination. So this is a 500 yards a pop. So it's going to be it's going to be a shawl. I'm just telling you right now. It's going to be a colorwork shawl, but I'm thinking it might be more color blocky than all over. I got to decide. And so Cormo is like super, super springy. It's not as soft as merino, but it's got a wonderful softness and it's got this great bounce. I think they talk about crimp. And since it is a really beautifully spun, it's got a little bit of, tiny bit of thick thinness. It's just gorgeous. I'm excited about it. So, and now I have officially emptied my bag, so I can show you the inside. So here is, you can say, made with love by, okay, boop, boop, boop. Made with love by the Sassy Stitchery. Oh, you know what? Let's just turn it all the way inside out, so it'll be easier to show. So it's got pockets, because we always need pockets. So it's got these two, and it's got a business card, because we need that. There we go. Oh, and Lakewood, Colorado. So she was super local. We've got one big pocket and one slightly smaller pocket. And then we've got the yarn guides, but they're snap based. So you can use them to guide your yarn and keep them from tangling. There's 2 on this side and 0 on this side. So both your yarn guides are coming out the same side. And it said made with love. It's got a nice muslin interior, nice and bright, so you can see inside it. And as you can see, it's got a box bottom, so it'll, there we go, so it'll stand up. Let's turn it back out so you can see the awesome slots. There we go. And you can see it'll stand up on my hand. I mean, it's empty, but it stands up on my hand. It's got a little wristlet, and I love that she went to the trouble, the details of how well the zipper color matches the fabric color. That's really lovely. And how, look at this. So you've got this pink down here. The little tiny bit that covers where the zipper is and makes it look super neat is that same pink fabric. So she brought it up and repeated it. It's just a really, the detail of really nice craftsmanship. So that is my bag. So we will open the bag back up from the Sassy Stitchery. We will put in my Sincere sheep yarn, squishy squishy boingy boingy Cormo, with the super cool sock ruler, my gorgeous bulky yarn from Cannon Hand Dyes, soon to become, okay, so the hat. It's obviously a gradient. Should it have a white brim with a dark top, or a dark top with a white brim? Let me know in the comments. And the sparkles. I'm all over the place, y'all, aren't I? So, and finally, remember to go vote and the March Madness, MasonDixonKnitting.com. And thank you so much for everyone who has already voted for me. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, click that like button. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload a new video, please subscribe to my channel and select notifications. Thank you so much.